Here's to you, California.
Alright, what's up guys? Got Dave here, and long time no see, huh? I've been super busy lately because I got my pet neutered and he got an infection from the surgery, and it's been probably, like, I've been going to the vet like once a week for probably like a month and a half or 2 months now, and it's probably been a couple $1,000s too, just because you know how vet bills are. The vets are expensive, man. It sucks. Every time you take them, it's never less than $100. But anyway, he's doing better, and the infection is almost away. It's almost done with, and maybe like another visit or two, and he should be good. But it's just been hell, man. Both of us are tired. I'm tired, and he's tired. So he's ready to be feeling better. But anyway, dude, because of all this, I got all mixed up and messed up, and I totally flaked out on SyncThePlanet. I totally failed. I took a big old L on SyncThePlanet this year, and I didn't do it. I was supposed to go out and ride at 3 a.m. on August 1st, which is Saturday, and I did not do it this year. But I don't know, I just had too much going on, and it just, next thing you know, it was like 2 days later, and I'm like, oh dude, it's the 3rd, whatever, you know, like I felt like a flake, but it's like, what can I do about it? But so anyway, I just wanted to talk about the topic of SyncThePlanet for this year was, what is one positive thing that you feel has come out of this COVID-19 stuff? And I don't know, I thought about that for a little while, and the first thing that came to my mind is the most positive thing for me is right when it happened and everybody was required to stay home, all of a sudden, because I was a essential worker, or my job was considered essential, all of a sudden there was no traffic, dude. I could leave like 10 or 15 minutes later for work. Everybody on the freeway was doing like freaking 95 or 100, and it was insane, man. Like all of a sudden there was just like no traffic, and everyone was driving super fast. And from that point until just recently, I didn't even see any police officers. I didn't even see any cops on the road, really. It was just, it was a ghost town. And it was great, man. You know, like it was dangerous, you know, like oftentimes I'd be riding home and someone would pass me going so freaking fast, man. I'd see them coming up in the mirror and I'd be like, oh my god, dude, and I'd like get out of their way or whatever, you know, and they'd just be like, rah, you know, like 30-40 mile an hour difference when I'm already doing like 80, you know, or 90, whatever. And it's just like, holy crap, dude, people were going off, dude, just because of the lack of the police. You know, without the fear of getting a ticket, people get pretty crazy. So that was like the positive thing for me that first came to my mind, was just the lack of traffic and how fun it was just to like go to work and back. Like all of a sudden I didn't split lanes at all for like months and months, you know, just because there was no traffic. There was never a slowdown, because there was maybe like 20 to 25% of the total cars on the road. You know, it was like hardly anybody, man. It was like really weird. That is the one positive thing that really came to my mind when I first thought about that. But now that I think about it more, I don't know. It seems like there's a ton of negatives that have come out of this thing. And it's just like people everywhere are just losing their houses and losing their businesses, and dude, it's a nightmare, man. And it's, in my opinion, really not because of the COVID-19 itself. It's because of all the restrictions that these local governments, you know, like the counties and cities, have put like on the businesses that are around here. And it just sucks, man. You know, like I see it like everywhere, you know, like hair salons, little beauty salons that used to do like nails and like, you know, hairs and stuff like that. And dude, they're all out of business. You know, like all the tattoo shops are probably going to be out of business, you know, because it's like shops like that, you're not making a ton of money. You know, you're making enough to pay your rent and take enough, you know, for the shop, and take enough home to hopefully pay your rent for your place. You know, but you're not making a ton of money, and the business usually doesn't have a large savings account in case something happens. And most of the places that I've seen, like hair salons and tattoo shops, the employees themselves are not W-2 workers. They don't work for the shop. They're all considered independent workers, or independent contractors as they call it, and you're required to pay your own taxes. Where like me, it's like I work for the company that I work at, and they just give me a paycheck, and the taxes are already taken out, and they pay all that, like the Social Security and like like all the different things that I have to pay, like for taxes or whatever. It's already taken out of my check. So I think that someone like that would struggle even more, because, or be even closer to being like a check-to-check living type of person, you know, not having much saved up, just because it's a lot harder, you know, because you got to set aside the money for your taxes and stuff yourself. Where me, it's like I could spend 100% of my paycheck, and at the end of the year I get a tax return. Where those people, you know, they don't. Freaking rambling there, but I don't know, it just, I see a lot of negatives, and you know, like I see a lot of just broke, desperate people who are just not allowed to go to work. Yeah, they're not being allowed to go to work. It's not that they don't want to, it's not that they're not able to, they're just not allowed to. And it is a bad situation, in my opinion. You know, we're halfway through August, and they said that now the death toll for COVID-19 this year has reached 200,000. Well, in an average year, the death toll for the flu is over 300,000 every year here in America. So if it's only up to 200,000, what's, you know what I mean? What's the deal? We're only like 2/3 what we normally are. So, and we're pretty close to the end of the year. So, I don't know. You tell me. That's just what I'm thinking. I think it's a bunch of BS, man. And I think that if you're afraid of getting sick, and if you feel like you're vulnerable, or like you're one of those high-risk categories that if you did get sick that you might die, then wear a mask, or stay inside and just order food and stuff like that, you know? But the rest of us, it's like, dude, we don't want to lose our houses. We don't want to lose our businesses. And it's getting freaking crazy, man. A lot more negative stuff, I believe, or I feel, has come out of this than positive stuff. And really the only thing that came to mind was that traffic thing when they first had the lockdown. And that was the first thing that I was like, oh, this is awesome. But now that everybody's freaking broke as a joke and rioting and pissed off and just going crazy, I don't think it's good. I really don't. Anyway, I could talk about this forever. I could talk about how bad it is forever, I guess. So hopefully it turns around soon. They let us get back to work and do our thing or whatever. See, that used to be a tattoo shop right there. Out of business. I think SyncThePlanet this year has been a big fail for me, and I kind of feel like it was a fail for SyncThePlanet because I really haven't seen too many SyncThePlanet videos, and I didn't see any of the more popular motovloggers advertising it this year. You know, usually I'll see at least one or two of the more popular motovloggers that I follow talking about how they're going to do SyncThePlanet and how it's coming up and you guys should do it too, and like I always hear that, and I didn't hear anybody talking about it this year. So I don't know, whoever was in charge of it kind of, I feel like they dropped the ball, because if I didn't hear about it, it's like, dude, I've done it for the past 4 years, and how did I not hear about it? So but anyway, this is my SyncThePlanet fail video. Leave me in the comment section down below, leave me what do you feel like is one positive thing for you that has come out of this COVID-19 thing, if any. And I will talk to you in the next video, whenever that might be. Ride safe out there, and I'll see you soon. Peace. Why are you in the middle of the road, dude? What? Get over to the side, dude. Jeez. bikers, dude. What the hell's going on today? You guys are idiots, dude.